Now, for the Triton Viking seniors, Carissa Boyle. With parents Mike and Christine Ogilvy. And Tessa. Captain Emily Carvelis and her parents, Mike and Erin Carvelis. Senior Captain Colleen McCarthy and her parents, John and Dawn McCarthy. Senior Captain Grace McGonigal and her parents, Neil and Wendy McGonigal. Last but not least, Captain Senior Bridget Sheehan and her parents, Mike and Kate Sheehan. And now, you can all please stand and take off your hats for the national anthem.
So I'll have to do what I have to do because they need to get it back. And now Triton and North Reading, play ball!
Sure, whenever you say go. All right, welcome to Byfield. We're here for the Triton softball team hosting the last game of the season against North Reading, the 16-1 Vikings against the 16-1 Hornets of North Reading. And this is it. They're playing for first place in the Cape Ann League. They're playing for a first place spot in the state tournament. This is a team from North Reading that hasn't lost a Cape Ann League game in a couple of seasons until just this year when they took a loss to Amesbury against a Triton team that has rebounded from some tough years and really grown an incredible squad this year. They lead the league in just about every category that you can count, pitching and batting and RBIs and strikeouts and all the rest. So it's pretty exciting to have these two teams. It's something we've been looking forward to all season long. This is the premier matchup, and we got lucky because the weather rained us out yesterday, but the crew was able to come in today and do an incredible job on this field. It looks fantastic. It's ready to go. Teams are definitely ready to play. Talking to some of them before the game, and some of the coaches and the parents, and the Triton players are relaxed. They're ready for this. This is something they've been building up for, working towards all season long. So it's pretty exciting to get this game underway. The captains and the coaches meeting now with the umpires, talk about the game. I don't think it's quite like boxing where you have to go over the rules, but maybe they do a little bit of that before the game. So I'm going to be joined here now by John and Eric Gundrum here up on top of the truck to call this game, and we're pretty excited. This has been, again, what we've been waiting for the whole season. The weather cooperated. We brought in a nice little winter storm for us today, so we can sit up here in the cold and enjoy a great game of softball. John.
Good to see you, Pat. This is what we've been waiting for all year. Exactly what the schedule makers anticipated. These are going to be the two teams playing for it all.
16-1 and 16-1. Doesn't get better than that, but one of the teams had to have a loss coming into this, since this is the second time they played. But thankfully North Reading went out and got a loss as well to Amesbury, so they're coming in with identical records. Well,
actually, North Reading is 15-2. They lost an out-of-conference league
no kidding.
game.
All right.
But it doesn't make a difference for purpose of the Cape Ann League title. For the purpose of Cape Ann League, they're both 14-1.
Excellent.
North Reading split their out-of-league games, and Triton won both of theirs.
That was at the beginning of the season, right? Triton had their games against Ursuline, was it? Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. So how this Triton team is on a roll, no question about it. With the exception of that one loss to North Reading, they've won everything else. What was the last game? Who did they play, and what was the score?
So the last game was a win over. They had two back-to-back games at Newburyport, and one game was 12-0 the first game, and I believe the second game was 9-1.
Excellent. Fantastic. So looking at the stats before I was coming in today, and looking at the numbers that the Daily News so generously gives to us, and I was looking at out of the when you talk about batting with a minimum of 20 at-bats, just looking at the rankings by batting average, Triton has 7 out of the top 12 batters. Bridget Sheehan, Emily Carvallis, Grace McGonigal, Eve Pecos, Colleen McCarthy lead off batting in this region. It's just outstanding. And when you do the same thing with runs, they've got almost all the stats there on runs, RBIs, pitching. It's just a loaded team ready to go.
It's actually mind-numbing, the offense they've put together this year. They average 14 runs per game, and they only give up 2.1 runs per game. So it's been a team that is just beyond a powerhouse. I don't think the Cape Ann League's even seen a team like this for a long time.
Now, are we going to see home runs today? Because I know this North Reading team has got an awfully good pitcher.
So there are two pitchers out of North Reading. I don't know if it's going to be Shea Hansen or Pascucci. Both of them can throw some good heat. So I think you're right. I think we'll be lucky if we see too many home runs. But it's going to be maybe a little bit of small ball mixed in with some big hitting.
Excellent. So on the mound, as always,
Catherine Quigley, a junior, all-star last year. Yep.
And she's ready to go?
She's ready to go. She put a lot of work in over the weekend to be ready for this. But this is what the girls have been looking for.
And her battery mate's one of the Pecos, right?
That's right. Faye Pecos behind home plate. She's a junior. First year is a starter with Triton, and has done an absolutely phenomenal job behind the plate.
Excellent. First base is Mia Barandino, the freshman. She's having a good year. Third base?
Third base is Colleen McCarthy, senior captain. She's had a phenomenal year as well, hitting over 500, 509 right now.
And then that middle infield, we've talked about them every single game we've had. They're the senior stars on this team. They're the leaders in the region in terms of offense for certain, but tell me about their defense. We're talking about Emily Carvallis and Bridget Sheehan.
I think they've turned more double plays than any other tandem in the Cape Ann League, and they do it with such ease. It's unbelievable how well these two play together. And
such ease and a lot of practice, though, right?
Well, no question. They don't wake up that good. They've put a lot of work into this. But quite frankly, I think the MVP is going to come down to one of the two of them, and perhaps be co-MVPs. Emily Carvallis had 9 home runs this year. Bridget Sheehan is hitting .660, so it's been unbelievable, those two, offensively and defensively.
Fantastic. So we're ready to start the game, and we've got Eleanor DeClean coming up for North Reading. She's a junior playing in the outfield, and she'll be the first batter for today's game. This is fantastic. Here we go. First pitch is over for a strike. Good way to start it off. Got a lot of fans here today, too. This is fantastic.
I think everyone knows the importance of this game. So quickly, the outfield, we've got Carissa Boyle in left field. We've got Grace McGonigal, senior, in center field. And we've got Eve Pecos in right field.
So second pitch is a ball to the outside. Now, Molly Kimball had been starting left field this year, but she's out right now, and Boyle is in.
Today's senior day, and we've got senior Carissa Boyle in left field.
Excellent. So the 1-1 pitch is a bit high. She's going to pull the bat back. It almost looks like she's looking at bunt, but that can't be, right?
It very well could be. Might be a slap hit. I saw her practicing some slap hitting, so we'll see what she does. She's back in that batter's box, so it could well be potential slap hit.
And there's a... you tell me, was that a slap or was that a bunt? I'm not sure what that was.
So that's when you start. That's a slap hit where you start at the back of the batter's box. You take a few steps, and you must make contact while you're completely in the batter's box.
And she does manage to make contact right to Sheehan, who bobbles a little bit, and she's not going to bother with the throw. So a little bit of an error on Sheehan to start off. That was a well-hit ball, and she was moving so fast it would have been a tough play at first. And this North Reading dugout is loud. We can hear them. We can hear them all the way over here pretty well. So runner on first now with no outs for Quigley.
They know the importance of this game. Everybody does.
That ball's a little bit outside. Again, she was looking to come around and bunt that. So we got McCarthy in pretty close playing at third. Mia staying at the base on first.
Yep, third baseman's definitely playing the bunt.
It's the 1-0 pitch. And that went outside a little bit. Seemed like she held that bat in that strike zone for a long time, though.
She did. I'm surprised she didn't get called for that. She pulled it back very late.
So no out and one on. Top of the first here. Batter calls timeout. Or the umpire does, I'm not sure. 2-0. 2-0, okay. It's clearing up the count. Umpires talking to each other. I guess that's a good thing.
I think there was a question as to whether or not she offered that last pitch.
Yeah, she definitely did.
That bat was out there way too late.
No question she did, but somehow and that one's a strike. Here we go.
We've got center field, Grace McGonigal playing a little bit deep here. Left field and right field playing traditional depth.
And this is Pascucci at the plate for North Reading. She's a senior. She's one of their starting pitchers. We don't know if she's starting on the mound tonight. Actually, yeah, I think she is. According to their lineup, she will be. So it's pitcher versus pitcher right now. She's got a 2-2 count on her. And there's a good hit. It's going to be scooped up. Played at second. Not going to make the throw at first. Got the lead runner, which is smart.
Nice play by Colleen. She actually considered that one and knew she had time to go to second base, got the lead off.
Smart by Carvalhos, too, not to force that throw to first.
No,
that's definitely going to be safe.
That's right. It's tough to turn a double play starting from third. You can do a 4-6-3 or a 6-4-3, but trying 5-4-3, it's pretty hard.
So one away now with Velati, Emma Velati at the plate, also a senior for North Reading.
Emma's having a good year. I don't know her numbers, but I know that in a lot of her box scores, she's got a lot of multi-hit games.
The number 3 batter, it's got to be a strike.
I don't know who the infield ump is, but I know behind home plate is once again Matt D'Agostino, who's one of the best umps in the area.
I would think the league would want to send one of their best umpires for this game.
There's no question this is a big one.
Yeah, Washington, the Boston Herald and the Boston Globe both have writers here. Of course, the Daily News is here as well. And, of course, we're here. And there's a shot right out to center field. It's going to be scooped up. Should hold the runners at first and second. Simple single there for Velade. And moves the runner into scoring position there, Pascucci. So all 3 hard-hit balls. 2 of them stayed in the infield. Only one of them's got out to the outfield. Now we have their number 4 batter at the plate. This would be Howes.
Julie had a little conference with one of the coaches down at third base. Interesting to see what she does here if she tries to put a bunt down, trying to advance to runner to third.
She's the sophomore shortstop for this team. Takes a look at strike 1. So 1 out with 2 on now. And again, all the batters have so far put the bat on the ball.
No, Catherine spoke about the first game and said that she threw a lot of.
And there's a shot to Catherine. She's going to take the out at first, and they're going to hold her up at third, so she's not going to come around. Smart play by Catherine just to get her first on that. Again, just take the out that's there for you, right?
That's it. So I began to say that in the first game she threw a lot of pitches inside to North Reading, and she's going to shake things up a little bit more this game. You might see a few more off-speed pitches, a couple of drop curves, and locating her fastball.
So North Reading batter is going to put one down. It's going to be foul. It's going to be a foul ball. Right down the line, outside of the bag, though. That was easily a two-run shot if that had gone through. Oh, no, maybe not. No, because
Carissa
left
Boyle,
fielder, she was playing.
Left field was coming in
she
hard.
came up on it pretty quick. Strike one, though, on this batter. So North Reading with 2 outs, 2 men, and 2 girls in scoring position, 2 players, 2 runners. I'll get it right.
Nice pitch right there, low and away with the bottom corner of the strike zone.
0-2 count now on this batter. A little bit outside, a little bit high. It's a good one to throw away, though. See if she'll chase it.
That was a pitch out there. They worked a lot this weekend on pitching ahead in the count and how they're going to play that. So not surprisingly, a pitch out there. You might see another one.
Ooh, that one almost caught the plate. That was a good one. This is Emma Lord that's up right now. She's a junior playing first base for North Reading. She got a lot of that, and it looks like it's going to be foul and out of play. So a very, very loud foul. So she's pulling the ball pretty hard on the ground and in the air, but she hasn't been able to quite connect all the way through yet. 2-2 count now on Emma Lord.
So North Reading just recently lost a game to Marblehead and pulled a lot of balls to left field. So you might see a very active left field this game.
That pitch does not miss by much, so now we got a full count. Full count with Varinsky coming up. Sorry, Bardinsky coming up. Oh, you're right. That was Hanson. That wasn't Emma at the plate. We got a bit of a different lineup here. It's changed already from the time we got it before the game. Okay.
That was a full count walk there.
So North Reading, I think this is going to be Lord at the plate now. And there's a strike. Nope, this isn't Lord. I don't know. Yeah, this is Lord, number 25. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 1 walk. Everybody else has hit the ball, but they've managed to keep them off the keep them from going home. 1-1 count coming now on Lord. That's a good pitch. It's going to be right to Carvalho. She'll scoop it. She'll throw to Barandino. They're going to get out of the inning. So they load the bases with a walk, but it doesn't matter. Triton gets away with a little bit of a touch-and-go inning to start things off, but it doesn't matter. No runs from North Reading. Excellent.
One well-hit ball, and then you saw what Triton does best, which is essentially to play fantastic infield defense.
Smart defense, making the smart play, taking what's in front of you, not trying to force something. So excellent all the way around. So good start to things, and you know what? Gives a chance to the girls to get any of those nerves out of their system. You know, they got to touch the ball, throw the ball around a little bit. So now let's hit it.
So lead off, we've got Grace McGonigal, senior captain, having a fantastic year once again. I think she's at .509 for the season to date. She was an all-star last year, and she is going to Suffolk University, playing for the Rams.
Oh, excellent. All right, that's not so far away.
Oh, we've actually got a little bit of a shakeup in the lineup today, where we've got typically the number 2 hitter is Molly Kimball, but today we've got Mia Barandino. We're trading off freshman for freshman in the 2 spot.
Barandino's been on a tear this year. She's got, where is she in the batting? She's 21 hits, over 48 at-bats at least, and these are the numbers that were in the paper. So
she's hitting over 400, and she's got 4 home runs on the season. 26
RBIs as well.
Yep. She typically hit in the 7 spot, but today's moved up to the 2 spot.
And her brother had a good season for the baseball team, for the Triton baseball team, who missed the state tournament this year. They had tougher year than maybe they expected. They a couple of games where they just couldn't string enough hits together to get the win, but by all accounts, they had a good season. Just missed the state tournament. We'll see what happens next year. Got a good set of juniors on that team coming up, rising seniors now.
Yep, we've got the field is filling up with fans here. This is maybe one of the best attended games of the year so far.
Yeah, we got a big student section over there in left field for Triton, including a lot of the baseball players from what I could see when I walked in. And plenty of parents. We got Sean McGinnis and a collection of athletic directors over there behind us. And you said Grace McGonigal is first up for Triton. And it is Pascucci on the mound for North Reading. Do you remember her from the last game? Did she pitch against them the last time?
No, I think they had Hanson pitching the last game.
So there's a shot, and that's going to drop, and it's going to be a nice little base hit to start things off. On the second pitch, she sees from Pascucci, McGonigal knocks one right into center field. And we got a runner on with no outs.
First pitch she swung at, she timed that one perfectly, dropped right over the second baseman's head.
So now here's Mia Barandino.
Mia definitely has fence power.
We saw her hit at least one home run the last time I was here. Let's see another one now. That one drops in for a strike. That's a bit of a low strike.
That looked like it started with she started with a changeup there. So it looks like they're going to mix it up with the speed and not necessarily throw a changeup late in the count.
Marandino looks at another one, also a strike. She's down 0-2 now. That one's outside. Catcher looks like she's going to throw it. Is McGonigal got the speed to steal?
McGonigal's one of the faster girls on the team. I don't know if they're going to test her this early, the catcher, especially on a two-strike count.
And there's a little flare, but it goes right to third base, a little pop-up, and so Mia Barandina goes down for the first out for Triton. Bridget Sheehan now at the plate.
Now we come to the heart of the order, the 3, 4, 5 hitters, and as we said earlier, between Bridget and MK, two of the girls who will likely be the MVPs of the Cape Ann League.
And there's the steal we were talking about. She's going to have to get down. She gets down safely. Beautiful. McGonigal steals second. And we got a runner in scoring position just like that with one out.
Great jump there and showing off McGonigal's speed.
Well, the pitcher's got to be worried about Sheehan. I mean, she's got to be focused on that batter. She leads the league in runs, RBIs, hits, an average. So now she's got to do some damage. Get outside. She's not going to test her and go to third, I can't imagine, right?
No, no. This is one of those times where with anyone else other than MK, Emily Carvelis backing her up, you might consider walking Bridget Sheehan.
There's a shot. It's going to drop. McGonigal's got the wheels. Here's the throw from center, and it's going to be cut off by the pitcher. She's going to bring it home for no reason at all, and Sheehan's going to be able to make her way to second. Going to have to get in there, but she's safe. Beautiful. A single drives in a run for Triton in the bottom of the first inning, and Bridget Sheehan's on second base. Absolutely fantastic. Good piece of hitting by Sheehan. Beautiful. Great base running by McGonigal.
Beautiful hit by Bridget. I think she's getting a little bit of business from Coach by not taking off as soon as that ball was over the catcher's head.
Should she have slid into second too on that throw?
No. She's getting the business because she didn't take off early enough.
Yeah. But she got there. Now Carvallis is at the plate with a runner in scoring position. Emily Carvallis looks at a good strike right down the middle.
I tried to find out from the athletic director what the school record was for home runs. I don't know if Emily has it or not, but she had 9 this year over the fence home runs and was just tearing it up. So.
And there's a shot. It's going to get by third base. Sheehan's going to hold at third, bobbled in the outfield. Carvallis is going to turn and take a look, but she's not going to go. We're going to have first and third with one out. Good little piece of hitting by Carvallis, too.
There you go. There's the power in our lineup, the 3 and 4 hitter, and now comes Colleen, who's the perfect backup.
So speaking of records, if Triton wins this game, not to jump ahead of myself, but it'll be the best softball record in school history.
I think that's absolutely right. They put up 242 runs today.
And she's going to go get caught. and Sheehan didn't go. And what happened there?
Well, I don't know if there was an expectation that to be a cutoff rather than a throw through to second base.
So 2 outs now with a runner on third. As Sheehan gets cut down, or Carvallis gets cut down on the steal. And there's a foul ball off the catcher and the umpire.
Matt D'Agostino, I think, took that one right off the mask.
That's why you wear the mask.
That's exactly right. Yep.
As any T-ball or Little League coach will tell you, that's why you wear the mask.
Well, I'll tell you, on Triton we have both the corners wearing a mask and a pitcher as well. If anyone watched any part of the World Series, the College World Series, girls, the catcher from Texas tried to throw the ball.
There's a little pop. It's a flare. They're going to talk about it, and it's going to be bobbled by the second baseman. She seemed like she had the beat on it, but then she couldn't have lost it in the sun. There's no sun today. There's an error by the second baseman for North Reading.
Scores
and that's going
Bridget
to score a run. Fantastic. 2-0 now for Triton in the bottom of the first inning.
Yep.
So what happened in Texas?
So the catcher tried to throw to second base, and the play was ruled dead by the umpire, but the pitcher didn't see that, neither did the catcher, and the catcher threw through to second base and hit the pitcher in the face. And it's a dangerous thing for a pitcher in softball and for the corners even to not have masks on.
Not have a mask, yeah.
I don't like to see it, especially when you've got girls bunting and all of a sudden the third baseman is drawn in. If that girl swings away and that ball's coming off of these composite bats pretty quickly, it's dangerous.
So here's the pitch, the 1-1 count. It's going to be 2-1 now. I've lost track. Who's up for Triton?
This is Eve Pecos, the right fielder for Triton.
Right fielder. Okay.
Second on the team with 5 home runs.
She takes one a bit low. So runner on first, 2 outs. 2 runs have come in for Triton already. 1 error by the North Reading second baseman. And there's a pop, and it's going to be coming right to center and left, and it's going to be caught that time. Center fielder makes the catch. It's almost like she forgot how many outs there were. She turned to throw it in. And so North Reading escapes in a way because they had they had runners on the corners with only 1 out, but Emily Carvallis caught stealing second and doesn't put herself in a position to score, but Triton still gets 2 out of it.
That's it. It's a great start to the game, and that's what Triton always wants to do is try and jump out to a quick early lead and put the team at ease, and they need a few more. It's not going to be enough to hold back North Reading with just 2 runs, I don't think, but we'll see what happens.
And so this time, just for those of you watching at home, we do have a scoreboard with us up here thanks to Eric Gundrum, so we're not going to lose track like we have in previous games. So, well, maybe not, Eric is saying, so fair enough. So who do we have coming up for North Reading this time?
Rachel Vardinsky.
If that's accurate, because we have had a problem where they didn't put up the players they said they initially were going to put up, but we have Vardinsky coming up, who's also a sophomore. She was the second baseman that made the error in the field that allowed a run to come in, so see how long that sticks with her.
So 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up. We'll see if that changes the strategy of the pitcher and catcher here, Catherine Fay. Fay's calling all the pitches today.
Does she not usually call the pitches? Is that the assistant coach?
Well, typically the assistant coach, Mia, calls the pitches, relays them into the catcher, but Mia's away, and so for the last 3 games, they've let Fay and Catherine call the game, and they've done a fantastic job.
Cannot argue with outscoring your opponents 14-2 on average. That's a good battery. First pitch is in there for a ball.
Well, Catherine and Fay play together during the summer. Great changeup right there. Inside changeup, and she was way out in front of that one. Nice call by Fay on that pitch.
And there's another good swing and a miss. And she's going to be down 1-2 now.
You know, at baseball, you're thrown from 60 feet. At softball, the pitcher is 43 feet from home plate. So although you're not throwing as fast, you have just about the same amount of time
There's a little flare right to Bridget Sheehan. She pulls it right in, no problem at all. So quick 1, 2, 3, 4 pitch at bat for Vardinsky. And coming up now should be number 11, Ferranzani, a senior.
Yep, that's right, the number 8 hitter.
So it's only 43 feet?
43 feet from home plate to pitcher's mound, and that's why, even though the college girls maybe get up around 70, most high school girls are throwing right around 50, maybe 55, 60 in the upper echelon.
There's no time. There's no time.
There's so much less time to react.
And there's a little bit of a flare out into the bushes and off of third base. So 1-1 count now on Ferranzani.
You've still got the outfielders playing at their traditional depth. Got Grace shielding left field a little bit more than right.
Is that based on what they saw from the last couple games by North Reading? Yeah.
A little bit of scouting. I think that's right.
And that pitch has got to be a strike. There we go. 2-2 count now on this second batter of the inning. We're in the top of the second here at Triton. And another foul. It's maybe why those flowers over there are all yellow. They've been all scarred by the softballs that keep landing over there. It's like camouflage.
That was a nice high pitch.
So this crowd has continued to get big. I can see just a big number of students. I'm not going to try and count them, but a lot of them over there brought their chairs. Looks like a lot of baseball players, some other fans from Triton. It's great to see.
It's nice to see the other sports supporting each other.
And it's the third foul off this particular batter, Ferranzani. She's making Triton work for it. There's a shot, straight back, field it right to Mira Berendino, and there's the second out of the inning.
Catherine does a nice job of fielding her position. So far, only one error for Triton. They're doing a fantastic job out there in the field.
So this should be Maria Pierce, freshman, third baseman for North Reading. First freshman I think we've had on North Reading come to the plate.
I think that's right. I think both teams celebrated five seniors today on Senior Day.
That's pretty great. Well, it's great and it's not great. This team's going to... Oh, there's a shot down to McCarthy. McCarthy scoops. Good throw to first. Fast runner, but she gets her out. Mia Berendino squeezes it. A 1-2-3 inning for the Triton Vikings, and they're going to go into the bottom of the second with a 2-run lead.
Speaking of seniors, that was Colleen McCarthy there, playing a fantastic third base this year. Great job, but she did a lot of work on the offseason on her hitting, and hitting is phenomenal. Defense is just maybe the best third baseman in the league.
Very good basketball player, too. I'll just throw that out there. Saw a lot of her games this season. She played really well.
So her father filled in for you the last time you couldn't make a game.
I actually watched the game. It was a lot of fun to watch. You guys had more stats. You knew more. I mean, I was ready for you guys to start talking about, in fifth grade. And you probably did. I might have missed it at some point.
But, I'll tell you, someplace I've got stats on just about half of the girls from the Triton team from going back to even fourth grade, I'm embarrassed to say. But a lot of these girls have played together for a long time. Neil McGonigal is here today, the center fielder's father. He coached a lot of these girls. I heard that Paul Lees was going to make it down to the game. He's coached a lot of the girls.
Yeah.
Myself, Amber Quigley, Mike Robert, he's coached a lot of these girls. It's fun watching these girls mature, but for say Neil McGonigal, this is his daughter's last regular season game as a senior.
Yeah.
It's bittersweet.
So who we got coming up now for Triton?
This is Catherine Quigley, the pitcher. She is the 7-hitter today. I think she's hitting 360-ish on the season.
She takes a strike for the first pitch. According to the paper, she's hitting pretty well. I mean, she's in the top 10 in all these different categories. And she's going to flare one out to right this time. And look for a second like it was going to hit that lady. Yep. It hit your truck?
That's a full parking lot, and there's one Jeep in particular that's in a very dangerous spot.
Yeah.
Here we
parked
go.
all the way over there. So
I've
I've learned my lesson.
Here we go, pitcher versus pitcher again. That was a good pitch out there with a 0-2 count.
She's going to knock one back again. So another foul ball. She's at 1-2 now. Leadoff batter for Triton in the bottom of the second inning with a 2-0 lead. And who do we have coming up after her? Who's on deck?
That's going to be Faye Pecos, the catcher.
That ball's going to miss low.
Little change up there, 2-2.
She's going to hit that one to second base. Scooped up this time, played cleanly to first, and there's the first out of the inning for North Reading. So Pecos coming up now. She's been having a good season as well behind the at the plate.
Everyone on the Triton team is hitting over 350. I think that that Faye is around 375. Is that right?
I don't know if it's 375, but she scored 24 runs and she's got 14 RBIs. So that's a good season. How many games? Oh yeah, out of 17 games, that's pretty great.
2 home runs.
And there's a shot. It's coming to us, and it may drop all the way down, and it's going to go over the right fielder's head, and Pecos is going to get into second base easily. Nice, beautiful double, deep to right field, and a double for Faye Pecos.
So how far was she from getting that out? 4 feet, 6 feet? That wasn't far.
That wasn't far at all. We might have had a little fan interference to it if we gotten just a little bit further. So a bunch of Triton fans there ready to grab that ball. So we're going to have a pinch runner now, so Pecos can go in and get geared up for the top of the third.
I think this is Izzy Reiniger coming in to run for Faye Pecos.
And Izzy's got wheels, so a little hit will definitely score Izzy. And there's a strike. Who's at the plate now?
This is a senior Carissa Boyle.
Oh, right.
She's out in left field tonight.
So she takes strike one. Here's the next pitch. She's going to slap that one. Foul. It's going to be 0-2 now. So 1 out with a runner in scoring position for Triton. The 2-0 lead here in the second.
Carissa has remarkable numbers coming off the bench for Triton. I think she's over 400.
Over 400 coming off the bench?
As a pinch hitter, yep.
That pitch did not miss by much, but she got lucky, and it's going to be 1-2 now.
And I should say that Carissa's father was here at 10:30. A stepfather was here at 10:30 in the morning helping groom the field.
That one's going to miss, and Izzy's going to hold on second. I heard that the call went out at about 6 o'clock this morning to start getting together and start to make this field playable, and it looks beautiful. And that's going to be the first strikeout of the game, actually. Caught looking by Boyle. That is the first strikeout of the game, right? So Grace McGonigal up. Last time she had a single, and she ended up scoring the first run. She's at the plate now with a chance to get an RBI. She'll look at her changeup on the first pitch, and that was actually a strike?
I don't know if you call that a strike. I was watching the outfielders and how quickly they're moving in and how shallow they are right now.
I saw that right hand go up. I'm kind of surprised. That looked a little low, but our angle is a little strange here. She's going to slap one. She's going to be down 0-2 now. So the athletic director was saying that they put 30 bags of...
I was here at 1:30 and working on the field with Mike Ogilvie and the grounds crew, and Coach Dupe was out here as well. And we put 30 bags of base and a speedy dry to get the field ready.
That looks fantastic. There's a pitch. Just another foul ball off to the left side. Yeah, so Sean McGinnis, the athletic director, was saying that a lot of ADs in the region, Georgetown and Newburyport, Amesbury, and the rest, pitched in their supplies to try and make this field ready for play today. This is a big game, so here we go.
Nope, Sean himself, I think, made a run over to Georgetown to get some bags. So it was all hands on deck. But no, the field looks fantastic. A lot of work was put in, and once again, special thanks to Mike Ogilvie for being here that early.
Here's a 2-2 pitch, and she's going to get the second strikeout, and that's the third out of this inning. So Triton ends up stranding a runner at second off a one hit by McGonigal. No, not by McGonigal, but Pecos. By Pecos. And we're now into the top of the third with a 2-0 lead for Triton over North Reading. So the team's coming out. They look good. So tell me about batting practice. I saw that teams are starting to shift now and stop doing easy pitches to hit in batting practice to like sort of swing and get the stroke down and more sort of throwing changeups, throwing off speed, out of the strikes, and just trying to change things up. When you coach, did you do batting practice as sort of like put it over the plate every time as the pitcher?
Well, when we coached the summer team, we'll do some live hitting, and we'll have the girls see some changeups and see some curveballs, so that they're ready for that. But one of the things that Triton does is they hit for about an hour and 20 minutes every day. That's why the team is so good at hitting. It just doesn't happen by chance. Even the last game that was yesterday's game that was supposed to be between North Reading and Triton was moved today. They took the opportunity to go inside and hit. And they have hitting cages inside, and they've got a hitting machine, and they cranked that up, I think, right around 52, 53 miles an hour. So the girls are used to the speed.
Well, it's paid off all season, so hopefully it'll pay off today. We got a 2-0 lead going into the top of the third. So coming up for is Eleanor DeClear. We got the leadoff batter is back. She got on base last time on an error by Sheehan. The very first batter, and well, yeah, she was the leadoff for North Reading. She hit a little dribbler to Sheehan, who just had trouble getting it out of her glove. She ended up getting on base. She got erased on the next. There's the strike. She got erased by the next batter with a nice clean play to second to take her out. They ended up with the bases loaded before they got out of it at the bottom of top of the first inning. And she's got to have a chat with the assistant coach, it looks like. So McCarthy in at third. This is the slap hitter. Let's see what she does. Last time she got away with at least one where she had the, well, no, that was the next batter that had one in the strike zone for a long time. Takes a look at a good pitch and doesn't go.
1-1 count, must have just missed outside.
Look good from here. I feel like I have to say that about 10 times a game. There's a hit. It's to center field. Should be caught cleanly, and it is. And there's the first out of the inning. Beautiful.
Grace guarded that perfectly, played it well, got a quick jump. Now we've got the pitcher coming up, Cassandra Pascucci. She got on base with the fielder's choice last time.
And I believe she ended up all the way around to third by the time that inning ended, if I remember right.
I think that's right.
She's going to take the first pitch high and outside. So 1 out, nobody on.
We've got Grace McGonigal playing particularly deep here.
Yeah.
About her back foot's almost in the fence. And what you'll see from Grace,
There's a little bit of a dribbler again, foul on the third base side. Yep.
what you'll see for Grace is that as the pitcher starts her windup, she starts to take a step in, which gets her momentum moving forward, just in case it's going to drop in front of her. So she covers a lot of ground with that. And of course, if it's hit back behind her, it's only a step or two to hit the brakes and go back.
1-1, and it's a shot. It's to center, but it's going to be caught by the right fielder.
Beautiful catch by Eve Pecos in right field.
Great play. So those are, there's such thing as like a loud out. Those have not been loud outs. Those have just been cleanly hit balls, cleanly fielded.
Yep.
Nicely done. So Emma Velati now up for North Reading. She had a single up the middle last time. This was the one that was exactly like the last two hits we've seen, but with a little less on it, so they dropped in front of the outfielders. And she's going to take that first pitch for a strike.
Yep, no, those lazy flies, if you will, are by design. That's the top of the strike zone. You get underneath the ball, and it's a nice, easy play for an outfielder. You won't see a whole lot of balls left right over the middle of the plate by Catherine.
And there's a shot, and it might drop in, and it probably will. It's going to be scooped up by McGonigal. Going to hold her at first, though. So she's had 2 hits almost to exactly the same spot, just over the middle infielders and dropping in front of the outfielders. So she's got 2 hits on the day, and she's standing on first base with 2 outs. So the last time House was up, she hit a little dribbler right to Quigley, who's fielded it cleanly and sent it to Barandino. So we'll see what happens on this one. 2 outs now, runner on first. A little bit outside. There's a hit. This time it's going to squeak up the middle. I think they're going to hold the runner at second. They are. So she got a better hit on it this time, a lot cleaner. She managed to hit one through the middle infield again. And so now we got runners on first and second with 2 outs. And Hansen at the plate now. She had a single last time. I don't recall where that single went. Might have been down the third base line.
Are we streaming live? Are we streaming live today, Pat?
I don't know. I don't think so.
All right. Since we're not streaming live, I think you're going to see a lot of outside fastballs today. I think that's the strategy today. So if you see a lot of balls missing outside, that's why.
And if we are streaming live and North Reading picks up on that, well, good on them. 2 out, 2 on. 1-0 pitch coming from Quigley. She's going to throw a changeup, it looked like to me.
Yep.
Beautiful pitch.
Changeup exactly where you want it, low. Those low changeups are a dangerous pitch to throw. You're always worried about the ball getting by the catcher, but Faye has not let many balls get by her this year.
She's looked good behind the plate so far today, that's for sure. Although Quigley's been right on the money. There haven't been any real wild pitches, which is good. So a 2-1 count now. Here's the pitch. That one looked good, but it's going to be a little bit outside. So Quigley had 1 walk earlier in the game that ended up loading the bases. She'll do the same here if she's not careful. That's a beautiful pitch. 2 strikes now. Full count. Runners are going to be going.
Full count, 2 outs. Runners are going on the pitch.
Triton's defense with an opportunity here to shut down another almost rally, and she does it quickly with a beautiful strikeout. Her first of the game, exactly when she needed it to get the 3rd out with 2 on. And North Reading threatening again here in the top of the 3rd inning, but Triton gets away with it, and beautiful pitch, nice strikeout. She handled that batter really, really well all the way around.
That was well done by Faye and Catherine together. Yep. Dad's going to brag a little bit about that one. That was well done.
That was really well done. You can brag all you want, man. That's why we're here. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So we're going to be going down into the bottom of the 3rd with Triton now with a 2-0 lead. Hold on to that. I'm not sure who we're going to have coming up for Triton, but we'll find out soon enough.
Looks like we've got Mia leading off. We've got the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up. Once again, the power of the lineup. And let me see. We've got 4 home runs to date for Mia Berardino. We've got 4 home runs for Bridget Sheehan and 9 for Emily Carvelis.
That is pretty amazing, yeah.
And I'll tell you that last year the leader on the team was Emily Carvelis with 2.
With 2
the
home entire
runs.
season.
Yep.
Holy, wow.
This is a historic team, no question. Mia popped out the 3rd base in her first at-bat in the 1st inning.
So according to the stats in the paper, that was Quigley's 84th strikeout of the season. Does that sound right, or is that low?
No, that's exactly right. She's thrown 100 innings so far before today's game started. She's what they call a contact pitcher, which means that she picks her locations. She's not blowing anybody away with speed. She's got a decent fastball, but she's not throwing too many balls outside of the strike zone. So with that, she gets a lot of ground-out balls.
That's what you want when you got Sheen and Carvallis as your middle infielders. That's the way you should pitch. So Berardino looks at the ball for the first pitch and a ball for the second pitch. And last time she was up, she hit a pop-up to 3rd, sort of a little flare thing. Didn't stay in the air too long. We'll see what happens here. She's got a 3-0 count now she'll be looking at.
3-0 count, she's taken all the way.
So if she can drop one into the fan section there in left field, that would be fantastic. She takes and she takes and I was going to say and she walks, and somehow that was a strike.
A little bit of a late call by Matt D'Agostino behind the plate.
Yep. And she's going to hit that one, though. It's going to be a hit past the second shortstop. And Mia with a leadoff single for Triton.
Here we go.
Mia's got some wheels, too. She's tall, but she's fast. So see if they test this North Reading catcher again. They've had a steal and a caught stealing already in this game.
I don't think you're going to see a steal with Bridget Sheehan coming up to plate. Senior, she's going to go to Penn State in the fall.
Excellent. Excellent, excellent. She had a single up the middle, or she had a single up the middle last time. And that's strike 2 on her right away. Bridget Sheen with a chance to open things up here. Outside, and a throwback to first. Barandino back on time, but that was a little close.
You'll see these Triton runners challenging their catcher all game long.
1-2 count now on Sheehan. Sheehan's going to hit one. It's going to be right out to right field. Right fielder's got a clean play on it, and that's the first out of the inning. So Carvallis up now.
Emily's going to the Navy next year.
Yeah, it was a fantastic story in the paper about her. Her grandfather, I think it was, military guy. Was a military guy. It runs through the family, and so she's going to honor him and serve and head off to the Navy after graduation. It's fantastic. First pitch is low and inside for ball 1.
Great article in yesterday's Newburyport Daily News.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So last time she was up, she hit one to the shortstop, and that's another throwback to first. A strike to Carvallis.
And I think, did she have an RBI in the or at bat? I think she drove a run in.
And there it's gone. It's out. It's out. Right into the fan section. Fantastic. A 2-run shot for Emily Carvallis. She is making senior day happen for her. Absolutely beautiful.
Home run number 10.
1 out, 2-run shot. She gives the fans what they want right into the student section here at Triton. Absolutely fantastic. Emily Carvallis. Beautiful. Takes a 4-0 lead against North Reading now with 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Absolutely beautiful.
That ball was destroyed.
And the fans over the student section over there saw it the minute it came off the bat. Jared Barandino gets to watch his sister run around and score for Triton. Absolutely fantastic.
Don't give that ball back. Give that to Emily Carvallis. Don't throw it back in the game.
Absolutely. This isn't like Wrigley where you throw the ball back when the other team hits it. Plus, they're the home team. They're going to give the ball to.
It looks to me like Shane. I think that's Shane Rooney with his hands on the ball over there. He knows better.
He's going to give it to Sean McGinnis, the athletic director. And there's a flare off into the stands on the right field side. Colleen McCarthy at the plate now. And how is it that I remember everything the North Reading batters did, and I can't remember a single thing the Triton batters did? Maybe I'm relying on you to remember that. So it was an error last time she came up, and she ended up on first, and I think that actually drove in a run as well.
That's exactly right. Yeah. It was a pop-up just on the behind first base. The second baseman went to catch it, and it popped out of her glove and scored a run.
He's going to look at a pitch high and outside that time. 2-1 count now on McCarthy.
Colleen's a senior. She's going to Roger Williams this year.
Oh, yeah.
11 varsity letters for Colleen.
No kidding. Oh, there's a good hit. It's going to drop. She's going to have to dig it out. Not even going to make a throw. I don't know whether you call that an error or not. I mean, it was hard for the third baseman to get to it, and then the shortstop maybe hesitated because it looked like the third baseman was going to have it.
I think you got to give a hit to her on that one. The shortstop tried to barehand it. It was going to be a tough play, even if she was able to get to it. So I think that's a hit all the way.
Eve Pecos now stands in. She popped up to center last time. That pitch is high and outside for ball 1. And absolutely have to tell everybody that our stats guy, Eric Gundrum, knocking it out of the park today. Giving us all the information we need. There's a little bit of a cricket pitch.
Eve is the number 2 home run hitter on the team. She's hitting over 400, and she's got 5 home runs over the fence.
There's another here.
And she was a DH last year. Wasn't even a starting hitter.
And there's a hit. It might drop, and it's not going to get past her, and it's going to be a throw from the right fielder. It's the second out of the inning.
That was a great catch by left field.
It was a really good catch.
I thought that was dropping in.
So last time, this is Catherine Quigley up. Last time she hit it to second base, thrown out at first. Here's the pitch here, and that drops in for a strike. It is a low strike zone for this guy. And admittedly, we're up high, so I get it. The angle's a little off, but another cricket pitch.
Matt D'Agostino behind the plate. who I've had umping all the way back to 3rd and 4th grade games.
I hope you've bought the guy beer once or twice after a game after all that. Hey, there's a shot. Catherine Quigley, it might drop. Center fielder's on it, turns the glove around, makes the catch. And once again, there's the 3rd out to the center fielder for the 2nd time today.
Triton's getting the bat on the ball without question.
4-0 now with a home run by Carvallis. And Triton goes into the 4th inning with that good 4-run lead.
That ball by Carvallis was mashed. You saw it right off the bat. It was gone.
And that ball just came back in somehow. I guess they didn't want to keep that one and write anybody's name on it.
I'm giving Sean McInnes the business for throwing that home run ball back into play.
Umpire just scooped it up, and they'll just use it again. Well, hey, let the home base umpire have it. Let him throw that ball to her again. Let her hit it out again.
All right, I like that idea better.
It's their lucky ball. It's like in golf when you have that one ball that you hit really well. You keep it in your bag until you need a shot, right?
I put all my lucky balls in the water when I golf.
I can guarantee there's one sport now. So we did football this year. We tried to do soccer. We weren't able to. We did basketball, both boys and girls varsity basketball, including an incredible game, a night where we had the boys varsity play first and the girls varsity play that same night right after that. Enormous fun.
Wow.
Against Newburyport. It's fantastic. We got to do a playoff hockey game, and now we get to do softball. I can guarantee you, no matter how good Triton's golf team ever gets, we're never going to go to Old Newbury and follow them around and try and call a golf game. That's just not going to happen. And the camera on the first base line taking a look at us. This has been enormous fun, and we may get one more of these at least, depending on schedules. It's always a toss-up, but this team should be playing a home game in the playoffs. I mean, they're in the tournament already. It's just a matter of what seed they are.
They're in the tournament. With a win, they get the number 1 seed in Division II. With a loss, they get the number 2 seed.
That's pretty amazing. So here we go. So Emma Lord up. She was out in her last at-bat. Hit the ball to the second baseman, Carvallis. So this North Reading team at times feels kind of young. Emma Lord, a junior as well, rising senior. She takes a strike on that one.
That was a beautiful changeup.
McGonigal again playing pretty deep.
Looks like Carissa Boyle's backed up a little bit in left field as well.
And there's going to be a little dribbler. Quigley's going to grab it. Easy throw to Mia Barandino. There's the first out of the inning. So I haven't been keeping track. I hope stats guy Eric Gundrum has, but it seems like there have been a lot of plays. 1 to 3. I mean, right back to now that you're saying is by design. She's pitching that ball so that they'll hit for contact and they'll hit it on the ground, right?
She controls the low part of the strike zone and the top part and the outside, and anywhere except for the middle.
Nice. So out of the 10 outs so far, 3 of them have been hit right to Quigley. So nice. So this is Rachel Vardinsky, who had a out last time. She hit a little fly flare to the third baseman.
Nice inside pitch there for a strike.
And I will say the crowd has gotten bigger here as these innings go on. 2 strikes now on Vardinsky. So like I said, the last batter was a junior rising senior, and Vardinsky is a sophomore. So this North Reading team not going away anytime soon. And there's a cricket pitch. A little bit of a bouncer. Pecos plays the wicket roll. Looks like they're warming up another pitcher, North Reading. The girl that Triton faced the last time. And there's the second strikeout of the day for Quigley. Swing and strike this time.
That was that outside part of the plate that I told you she was going to be looking at today.
Beautiful. Yeah, so there you go. So we're not streaming live, so North Reading doesn't know that. So 2 strikeouts now for Quigley. That's fantastic. 2 outs now, and Jessica Ferranzani up. She was out again on one of those little dribblers right to Quigley last time she was up. Ferranzani, one of the seniors here from North Reading today. That's got to be a strike. It's been a strike all day. Let's see the strike when Quigley's on the mound too, right?
That's it. What do we got for a score right now, Pat?
4-0. 4-0 in the top of the 4th inning. And there's a little bunt, but it's not good enough. Oh, no, it was, yeah. And a throw to first, and she's out? Or was foul?
And then called a foul ball.
Called her foul ball. All right. A little bit of emotion and exaggeration on the part of this umpire would certainly lend to the our ability to call this game. A little bit more arm motions on the balls and strikes, and that's a shot. It's going to go right to McGonigal, who's coming in, playing it in left center, and she makes the catch. So from playing pretty deep on that, she got covered a lot of ground, like you said before, and she gets the third out for Triton, and they're going to go to the bottom of the fourth.
Grace is the
4-0 lead.
Grace is the senior center fielder, took complete control of that ball. Probably either fielder could have moved in on that one, and Grace got the great jump and took control and made what it made to look to be a easy play, but it was only made to look easy by her good jump.
Now is she playing another sport, McGonigal? Did she play another sport? You said she was a senior, so.
She's a senior. I think that she'd played basketball in the past. I don't know if she played last year. But I know that softball is her number one.
That's her thing,
as I said, she's playing for Suffolk next year.
Fantastic. So a 1-2-3 inning for Triton, and they're going to go into the bottom of the fourth, like I said, with a 4-0 lead. And on the mound for North Reading, it's still Pasucci. I don't know if they're going to let her have a couple batters and then see what happens. We have the bottom of Triton's order coming up now. Faye Pecos is going to lead off. And she hit that double last time. Just that sort of the one that went out to right field. See, this I remember. Went out to right field, and we wanted about 4 more feet on it, and it would have gone out.
Right. Yep.
Got over the right fielder's head. So we'll see how the right fielder plays it this time.
Faye is one of the 6 batters from Triton who put one over the fence this year.
Well, we got a student section in right field as well, so it would be nice if they get rewarded as well.
Well, that's where she hit it last time, was center right.
Takes the first pitch outside. Shortstop playing, the third baseman playing in. And there's another hit, another shot to right field. And it's going to get by the right fielder again. She's going to try and make it to second. She's got to get down. Nope, she's going to be able to stand up. Stand-up double for Faye Pecos to lead off the inning. I feel like we've had a batter lead off almost every inning for Triton. It's been really fantastic. They are putting the bat on the ball. That was the second pitch, and she just took it right to North Reading's right fielder, who has struggled a little bit in this game so far.
You know, the first game was a 7-10 loss for Triton, and it was marked by 5 errors, and they didn't play their strongest game. And now I think we're just seeing is the nerves getting to North Reading a little bit. They know what's in the line here. On the road, playing for the Cal, and there's a little bit of a flare to the shortstop. She's going to make the catch. She's going to hold Faye Pecos on second. So Boyle now with a strikeout looking, and a little bit of a flare hit to the shortstop for an out. And we got one down. The leadoff hitter, Grace McGonigal, now coming up. All-star center fielder. She's going to bunt one back to the pitcher. Here's the throw, and it's dropped. It's dropped, and that's going to keep. It's going to keep McGonigal on first. She advances runner, got runner on the corners with only one out. So Izzy Reiniger makes her way to third. The pinch runner there for Pecos. And we got first and third, one out. And Grace has speed. Now they're going to conference this on the mound. Me and Barandino at the plate. A chance to do some more damage. 4-0 here in the bottom of the fourth inning for Triton. A good lead, a good chance to do some more damage. So again, Mia's brother is over there hanging out on the left field fence. So if she can hit one to him, that'd be fantastic. Her father's here too somewhere. I'm not sure where. Her father's here. Her mother is behind home plate at her typical seat. Excellent. All wrapped up in a blanket because we're back to winter weather here. This has been such a long softball season. We made it all the way through the spring and the summer, and now we're back in a New England winter here on May 28th, right? I think we went from late fall to early winter real quick. There was no I didn't feel like there was any spring. So Mia has had a pop-up to third, and she hit a single her last time up. She was a leadoff batter a couple innings ago, led off with a single. So here's the pitch. That's high and outside. Looks down to third. Izzy stays there. So the last time Triton had first and third, Carvallis went on a steal that seemed to be like a misread sign or something. This time,
time looks like McGonagall's going to stay at first.
2-0 count here.
Mia's going to swing through a changeup. Looked like a changeup to me, yeah?
I think it was, yep. Beautiful level swing. If she connected with that one, even if she hits it deep, it's going to score a run here.
That's a bit inside.
3-1.
Nearly hit her with that. On deck, Bridget Sheehan. And after that, if we can get to her, Emily Carvallis again. Mia Barandina takes one outside for ball 4. Now we got the bases loaded with 1 out. Bridget Sheehan at the plate. Emily Carvallis waiting on deck. And the North Reading pitcher, or the North Reading coach, warmed up another pitcher, didn't bring her in, and is now looking at the bases loaded. So a single in the first inning and a fly out to right field is what Sheehan's done on the day. Contact here is going to, a base hit here is going to score at least 1. Possibly 2. McGonagall's fast, right?
McGonagall's very fast, yep. As Coach Duke will say, anything on the grass scores 2.
The pitcher heading to the dugout to have a chat. And now heading back out. Not sure what's going on there.
Coach Dupe is saying, what is she doing walking off the field? She's not allowed to walk off the field like that. The coach comes onto the field.
That's why in the major leagues the coach has to wear a uniform, because he's got to come out on the field and pretend he's a player. So they don't make the coaches do that in high school, which is probably a good thing.
I don't think Coach Duke would fit into one of these uniforms, I got to say. Maybe the pants, but certainly not the top.
All right. So 0-1 count on Sheehan. Here's the pitch. She's going to take that one, and she's going to drop it on the grass, just like you said, to right field. The throw's going to come in. Just 1 run's going to score. 5-0 now, Triton.
Beautiful relay throw in to hold that run.
Sheehan comes through with an RBI single. Izzy Reiniger scores. McGonagall on third now. Mia Barandino at second, and Sheehan on first. And Sheehan doing a little dance because she's pretty happy.
We're going to have a pitching change here.
And that's one of those things where I think that coach waited 1 or 2 batters too long to make that change. We'll see what happens. North Reading now bringing up a new pitcher. Number 29, Shay Hansen.
Hansen, yep.
And now, was Hansen who pitched to Triton the last time they were?
That's my recollection. I think that's right. Yep.
So with a 5-0 lead, the bases loaded, and only 1 out, Hansen's got to come, or a 5-0 deficit for Hansen's got to come in and face.
Pat, remind us what MK did the last time she was up at bat.
Yeah, I think she had a home run. She had a single in the first inning, but that home run, that
2-run shot,
the monster 2-run shot out to left field to the fan section out there, absolutely beautiful.
It was hit a mile high and a mile deep.
Would have gone over the green monster. That thing was hit so hard. Oh, absolutely fantastic.
And that was her 10th home run in the season.
She's dialed in. She's ready to go. A 5-run lead for Triton now in the bottom of the 4th. And that was a strange little series all the way around. That the pitcher for North Reading just sort of walking off the field on her own, almost like she knew she was going to be coming out and like anticipated it too soon or something. Here we go. Bases loaded, 1 out. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be to the shortstop. She's going to throw it home, and it's going to be safe. Dropped at the plate. She's going to be safe. So an error at the plate on a pretty clean throw and a pretty clean play by the shortstop, and that's going to score another run. It's going to be 6-0 Triton, and the bases stay loaded. Emily Carvallis that time hits a little bit of a squibbler and gets she doesn't get an RBI because that's just crazy, and that's the way that things are scored, but it doesn't matter. She hit the ball, and the girl came in and scored. That's what matters.
It was a well-hit ball. Shortstop fielded it, threw it maybe a little bit quicker than she needed to, threw it slightly low, and the catcher just couldn't handle it.
So McCarthy at the plate now, with the bases loaded and still only 1 out.
And let's not forget it was a fantastic slide into home plate by Grace McGonigal as well.
And she had a good jump. She was moving pretty quick on the hit. That one's going to be a little bit high. Ball 2.
Colleen McCarthy here, senior, captain. She's hitting over 500 in the season, 509.
The bases loaded and 1 out. That one's going to be in there for a strike. So Mia Barandino at third, Bridget Sheehan at second, Emily Carvallis at first. Colleen McCarthy at the plate.
1 out.
1 out, 2-1 pitch. North Reading down 6-0 now. And that's going to be up the middle. Is it going to get by? It is. It's going to get by the second baseman. It's going to score 1, and actually it's going to score 2 as Sheehan comes all the way around. Mia Barandino and Bridget Sheehan score for Triton. It's 8-0 now in the bottom of the 4th. Fantastic. Good little piece of hitting by Colleen McCarthy. Put the ball exactly where she needed to.
As I've said through a couple of broadcasts, she did a lot of work in the offseason, got a beautiful level swing with power, and gets it done there, driving in 2 runs.
So Colleen McCarthy now with 19 RBIs on the season in 17 games, or 18 games. It's pretty great. Yep. More than an RBI game.
And that was the 250th run for Triton this year.
No kidding.
Which undoubtedly sets a school record and is closing in on a regular season record for the Cape Ann League.
No kidding. So 8-0 now. Still 1 out. Bottom of the 4th inning. And this is Eve Pecos at the plate now. Taking the ball way outside. She had a pop-up and a fly-out so far. But with a runner in scoring position, put the ball on the ground, there's a chance to do some more damage here.
Eve is number 2 on the team with 5 home runs this year.
And that's a little flare, and it's going to drop. Fantastic. Another run's going to score. It's all the way back to the fence. It's going to put Eve Pecos on second if she gets down, which she does.
Beautiful slide.
And that's going to put runners in scoring position. A nice little double by Eve Pecos. Scores another run, 9-0 now for Triton. And we got 2 runners on with only 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. So Pecos, after going 0-2 on the day, comes up with an RBI.
This team hits from top to bottom. You can't pitch around anybody.
No kidding. A little bit outside. Again, runners in scoring position with only 1 out here for Triton. So Quigley with an 0-2 day so far. And there's a shot right back to the pitcher. He's going to have to hold the runner. Low throw to first, but it's in time. There's the second out of the inning. So Corvallis at third wasn't able to get all the way in.
Now we've got Faye coming up to bat.
Tell you one thing, all this hitting is making a lot of work for Eric Gundrum, man. He's got a lot. Plus, he's got to tell us who's at bat and what they did last time.
That pen is flying fast and furious.
It's a little bit of a flare. It's in foul ground, but it's going to be caught by the first baseman, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. So Triton does some more damage. What's it called now?
The question is whether she was out of play.
She was in that little ditch heading out to the. Yeah,
I think it was. Yeah, they called her. They called her. I think she was in fair ground.
Yeah.
She traveled into almost outside of fair territory.
So Triton is scoring so many runs, the athletic director can't even keep track of the score. That's how this game is going so far.
McInnes just came over and gave us a sign and was asking if it was 9, if that was right.
And it was. It's 9-0 now, heading into the top of the 5th inning. And North Reading's pitcher came in and got the job done. Gave up 3 runs, I think, while she was out there. A couple of errors. I've lost track of how many errors North Reading has had, but it's been more than they probably have had in many other games in the season. If they've got a 15-2 record on the year?
15-2. They lost to Marblehead and they lost to Amesbury. That was it. Matter of fact, I see behind home plate is Liv DeLong's father. Liv is a pitcher from Amesbury, and her father comes and watches a lot of the games by the powerhouse teams in the Cape Ann League, and Jeff DeLong is behind home plate. I see him over there.
Yeah, it's a good crowd for a really cold day. So they could be making some money selling some popcorn and hot dogs out here with all these students. They would do all right.
So Catherine and Faye have thrown 6 shutouts this year out of 17 games, and would love to get a 7th here.
Yeah, how fantastic would that be in the season like that? So we got Maria Pierce coming up for Newburyport, for North Reading. She's the freshman third baseman. I don't think she's had an error today that I can recall. So she's played pretty well out in the field when she's gotten a chance to. As a freshman, she hit the ball to the shortstop to second base last time. We'll see what she does here. Top of the fifth now. Triton with the 9-0 lead. Here's the pitch. It's going to drop in for a strike. Quigley looks comfortable and good out there right now.
This is the number 9 hitter.
So this is the end of only the second time through the order.
That's exactly
for
right.
North Reading. She's going to try and bunt it. She's going to miss. It's going to be strike 2. So Triton's been efficient in their defense, even though we've seen North Reading get runners in scoring position a couple of times. They've still managed to wipe out enough runners and keep enough batters from advancing that we're only going to start the top of their order for the third time here in the top of the fifth inning.
There you see that 0-2 pitch and what they call a pitch out, trying to get her to swing an outside pitch.
That one's going to go to the shortstop, Sheehan, who scoops it. Good throw to Mia, a little bit low. She keeps it in her glove, gets under it, and it's an out. Nice play by Mia Barandino to kind of scoop that one out of the dirt.
She scooped it and she held it there. She wasn't going to let that ball pop out. Nice job. Yep.
Excellent play by Mia. Good little scoop by Bridget. And we got one out here in the top of the fifth.
Leadoff hitter Eleanor DeClean up at the bat now.
She reached on an error in that first inning, that very first kind of strange play to Sheehan. She flied out to center last time. She was one of those flyouts that it just wasn't loudly hit. It was just sort of hit exactly to where McGonigal was ready for it. And there's a little running swing. It goes to Colleen McCarthy at third base, who scoops it up, throws it to Mia for the second out of the inning. Well played.
Absolutely perfectly played by Colleen McCarthy. Once again, a phenomenal season at third base. She came in. They saw that she was setting up to the slap hit, came in on that, and very difficult play, but made to look easy by Colleen McCarthy.
Good coaching. Put her in the right position to make a good play, too. Got to credit the coach for that as well.
Good coaching, not just by Dave Duke, but she plays on a tournament team with Bridget Sheehan in Seabrook, New Hampshire for the Seabrook Titans. So a lot of these girls on Triton play more than just one season of softball, and it makes a difference.
So strike on the outside to Pascucci, who had fielder's choice on her first at-bat, and had a fly out to right field in her second at-bat, and she's now down to 0-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the fifth.
Pitcher versus pitcher duel here.
Did she move to another spot on the field when she came out, or did she?
She moved to second base.
Yep. To second base, all right. 0-2 pitch in the dirt, but she scooped it. Sheehan with a chance to make a good play. Throw to first, going to be past her. She's going to try and turn and make the run. She is going to make it in time, not by much. Mia was quick to get over to the ball. That's going to be an error on, I guess, the first baseman on that. It was a tough throw.
I don't know. I think that was a bad throw there.
So we'll give the error to Sheehan then on that, and Pascucci's going to reach second base with 2 outs now. And this is Emma Velade. She had 2 singles, so she's 2 for 2 on the day. With the runner in scoring position now, she looks at a high ball on the first pitch. 2 outs now for Triton. Another high pitch, another ball. And this is the heart of their order here. This is the number 3 batter at the plate for North Reading. And that one's a shot. It's coming right towards us, actually. And it's seriously right, caught by Bob Lathrop. And that's a 2-run home run for North Reading to dead center field. Another 5 feet on that ball, and I would have caught it myself. So North Reading is on the board now here in the top of the 5th inning with a 2-run shot by Velarde, who's on a 3 for 3 day. And Pascucci is going to have scored off of the error on Sheehan on that throw to Mia at first. So Triton could have been out of the inning, but instead they're giving up 2 runs. And they're facing the number 4 batter here from North Reading, who's hit to the pitcher on her first at-bat and had a single up the middle last time. This is Howes.
9-2 Triton.
9-2, Quigley deals, and that one's going to be a little bit high. So what went wrong? And was it just a good piece of hitting? It's a good piece of hitting. This is a great team. What are we talking about?
It was a good piece of hitting, and I think she left. I think when you saw Catherine's reaction, it was a little bit too much to the plate, but I think it was slightly outside, but still a strike and a drivable pitch.
Yeah, and a really well hit ball. I mean, she got all of that to dead center.
Yep.
Great catch by Bob Lathrop, too. We'll give him that. the baseball coach himself. Maybe that's why Sheehan almost grabs one out of the air, but instead it's going to be another hit for Howes, and she's going to be on first base. So a little two-out rally here by North Reading. They've scored 2 runs after the first 2 batters were out, and now they got a girl on first, and they got Hansen at the plate, who singled in her first at-bat and struck out last time. I think her strikeout was the first of the day for Quigley, and that was a big one. The bases were loaded at the time. So Quigley gets her lucky ball. She can pitch in there for strikes. And we'll see what happens here. Runner on first, 2 outs, top of the 5th with a 9-2 lead for Triton. That's a little bit high too. So the number 4 batter here for North Reading. And she's going to hit one, and it's going to be a little pop-up, and it looks like Pecos is going to squeeze it, and that's going to end the inning. So a little bit of damage done with 2 runs on a 2-run home run by North Reading, but Triton gets out of it with only that damage and is going to go into the bottom of the 5th with a 9-2 lead.
So this is Triton's 18th game in their 17 wins. On the 16 wins so far, they have had 10 Mercy Rule wins, which means they've scored more than 12 runs before the final inning, and they have a Mercy Rule in the Cape Ann League. If you're up by more than 12 after 5, then the game ends. So conceivably, if Triton puts up 7 runs right now, then the game will end. I'm sorry, 5 runs.
5 runs, yeah. We're getting into higher math here, man. This is complicated. So these games have been like that, though. So 9-2 now. 9-2. Here we go. Bottom of the 5th. Coming up for us is going to be is Boyle, the senior who's been starting in left field today. She's 0 for 2 on the day. This will be her 3rd trip up to the plate. She was struck out the first time. She had a fly out on her last at-bat. She's due for a hit, and we're due for another Triton leadoff runner on first.
Carissa can absolutely hitting over 400 for the season before today. With a hit today, she'll probably push herself back up over 400. So she's looking for a hit to start the inning. I think you pointed out we've had a number of leadoff hits today. Looking for one more.
And this is this pitcher's first time facing most of these batters. I mean, she faced a few of them when she came up the last time, but certainly the first time she's facing Boyle. No conference on the mound by North Reading to get their act together here as they're facing a 7-run deficit in the bottom of the 5th.
Carissa hits a lot of balls to right field, so you might see one right over the second baseman's head right here. High ball.
High to start things off. So Hansen again is our pitcher for North Reading, coming in relief after her teammate gave up either 6 or 7 runs or 8 runs. I can't remember exactly when Hansen came in.
I think the start is going to give up, be credited with 6 runs given up.
And there's something for the fans out there in the right field side of the plate. There's a little flare, and it doesn't quite get enough to get over the shortstop's head. So it's going to be the 3rd out for Boyle on the day, and 1 out for Triton here in the bottom of the 1st.
Top of the order, Grace McGonigal coming up.
McGonigal, who had a single, a strikeout, and a bunt. And the last time she was up, she had a bunt that you could sort of say started a bit of a rally because it should have been an out at first, but it was an error on the first baseman. Dropped the ball, and McGonigal got on. She came all the way around to score. She's going to hit another one down the line. This time she's going to get tagged out. 2 outs now, 2 quick outs, I'll say, too, for Triton. And this is tough. After you give up a couple runs, you don't want to come out and go down real quick 1-2-3 on a couple of quick plays. You want to kind of take that momentum away from North Reading. And Mia Berardino at the plate now, who can do that. She looks at a pitch outside.
I think this pitch is missing a lot more than the first pitcher was. I think it might be time for a little more patience behind them at the plate there.
So that's that low strike that we've seen all day today. But it's been low for everybody, so you got to just adjust and start hitting it. So Mia Berendino facing a 1-1 count now, bottom of the fifth.
Mia with 4 home runs in the season.
And Mia hits one. It's not going to have enough. Center fielder's coming over for it, calls off her teammate, makes the catch, and that's the third out of the inning.
I think that's their first 1-2-3 inning.
That is their first 1-2-3 inning. The bottom of the fifth. It's kind of crazy. So a little bit of a momentum shift here in the fifth inning as North Reading puts up 2 runs on a 2-run bomb to direct center. And then in the bottom of the inning, they get their first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game. And we'll see what Triton does now. They're facing the bottom or the middle to bottom of North Reading's order as they come into this. And this will be only the third time that most of these batters have seen Quigley. So how much they adjust and how much she adjusts, we'll see what happens.
Well, they've seen it for 3 years, so a lot of the seniors certainly know Catherine.
That's a good point.
This is Catherine's 5th North Reading game
as a pitcher.
Pitcher, that's right. Yep.
So
we get the sun trying to poke out here a little bit, huh?
A little bit. Be nice. So it's been quite a spring for Triton all the way around. The track team, the boys track team, first in the state in Division 4, which has never happened before. A track team that a few years ago was practicing at Pentucket because we didn't have a track while the stadium was being built. So those seniors that captained and led that team to the first ever state title for the boys track team this spring started off as freshmen practicing at somebody else's field.
We've got Brian Forget down here saying hello.
And he better bring good luck because if anything, and there's a shot and it goes over Sheehan's glove and it's going to be to center field. So it's a leadoff hit on the first pitch by Emma Lord. And North Reading is keeping their momentum going here. Triton needs to shut it down.
Triton looking for 6 outs.
And we need 6 quiet outs. Yeah. And the funny thing about sitting on top of this truck is how many people kind of walk over and ask you questions as though you actually know what's going on. I think the one who really knows is Eric Gundrum over here, but we're doing our best.
I think Brian was asking if there was a 12-run mercy rule. Yeah. Yep, 12 runs after 5. It's 9-2 right now, so we got a little bit of work to do that. But
especially with the runner on first, no outs, the middle of their order, and Vardansky at the plate. She's going to hit one to Sheehan. Sheehan's got time to turn it to second. Carvalhos is going to throw to first. Another low throw by the middle infield, and Mia Berendino is not able to scoop it out. Can't really call that an error. I think she would have been safe anyway.
Not at all. That was just attempting to get that double play turn. Got the lead runner by Bridget to MK.
But they get the lead runner, and so now we got a pinch runner coming in for Vardinsky.
We've got their number 8 hitter coming up now, Jessica Ferranzi. Ground out to the pitcher, the first at bat, and then a fly out to center field.
Let's see what she does here. That's a
foul ball.
Loud foul ball off into the weeds. And 1 strike on this batter. She's going to go have a chat with the assistant coach. So runner on first with 1 out. The lead runner erased on a Sheehan to Carvalhos play. Couldn't quite make the play to first. Would have been close anyway.
Got third base. Colin McCarthy playing a little bit deep. Wonder if that's what the...
And there's a shot. It's actually not going to matter as it bounces off the grass, heads out into right field. And we got runners on first and second on a single by...
that was Jessica Ferranzi.
Ferranzi. Maria Pierce now at the plate. She's been out twice before. Both hits on the infield.
First at bat went to third base. Second at bat went to shortstop.
And there's a strike by Quigley with 1 out. Runners on first and second. North Reading scored 2 runs in the last inning and then came out and shut down Triton 1-2-3 for the first time all day. They're playing loud right now with 2 on and 1 out. And a loud foul ball, and it's an 0-2 count for Pierce. Quigley's got a chance to get her 3rd strikeout of the day, and that'll certainly help things along. That's going to be a bit high and outside.
Yep, that was a pitch out there, hoping to get her to swing at a bad pitch.
1-2 count now on the batter with 1 out. And the freshman looks at one, throws it down, almost, nope, going to go to third this time. So they end up with the steal. Pecos throws it to Barandina, who wasn't able to get the glove down on the runner. And at the same time, the runner takes off from second and makes it to third. So now there's runners on the corners with only 1 out. 2-2 count now on Pierce. And here it's inside, and it's going to drop, and it's going to score a run for North Reading. But just one, they're going to get the ball in quickly. So that little steal helped him out. It got a runner over to third, and then Pierce comes up with her first hit of the game to bring North Reading to 3 runs now. So top of the order, and this is DeClean, reached on an error, had a fly out, and hit out on a hit to the infield last time. Pecos comes out to talk to Quigley.
9-3, this is our first mound conference between Faye Pecos and Catherine Quigley, trying to figure out what they're going to do with this next batter.
So North Reading definitely has the momentum going as they score another run here in the top of the 6th. With 1 out, men on first and second. The little play, the little throw down to first and the little half steal over to third definitely made a difference. I'm not sure the way that ball was hit, if the runner would have been able to get from second to home. The ball came in pretty quickly from the outfield by Triton.
Not with the ball coming to Emily Carvela. She's got a cannon for an arm.
And there's a little slap. It's up to Sheehan. Sheehan scoops, goes to second, but it was a bad choice because the girl's able to get in there in time. So Sheehan goes to Carvallis, but doesn't get the out, and we now have the bases loaded with only 1 out. And Pascucci at the plate, she had a fly out to center, a fly out to right field, and she reached on an error last time. She's looking at the bases loaded with only 1 out here, a 9-3 game.
That was a ball that probably should have gone to first base.
So in the early part of this game, we saw a lot of Triton just taking the outs that were in front of them. That time, I think Sheehan might have forced it a little bit. A chance to make up for it here. Bases are loaded. And you can believe that this pitcher, or the girl at the plate now, Pascucci for North Reading, she was the pitcher that let up a lot of runs. You know she wants to get some of those back here. The bases loaded and only 1 out. A lot of chatting. She's going to get a piece of one, but it's going to should be played by Boyle. Boyle's going to make the catch. The runner's going to go, and it's going to be close. And there's the play at third base, and that's fantastic.
Nice
fantastic
play. Nice throw by Faye Pecos there. Fantastic throw from catcher to third base to get that third out.
So the run scores on the deep fly ball to left field, but the throw to the plate was just not quite in time, but it went right back to third base, and the North Reading runner, not sure why she went, but she tried to go from second to third on that throw to home from the right fielder Boyle, and Pecos guns her down at third base. Just beautifully played.
Fantastic play by Faye Pecos there to completely take the wind out of the sails of North Reading.
That is excellent. So they go from having the bases loaded and a nice deep sac fly to bring in another run to emptying the bases because they made truly a base running error, and just a great play. Great defensive heads-up play by Triton. And so North Reading is going to score 2 runs in the inning. So it's 9-4 now as we go into the bottom of the 6th. And Triton needs to do better than a 1-2-3 inning this time. Give a little bit more of a cushion as we head into the last inning, the last at bat for North Reading today.
Here we come to the heart of the Triton order. Yep, Sean McInnes, the AD, checking in the score, 9-4, bottom of the 6th.
So Sean McInnes, great guy, unfortunately leaving Triton as the athletic director, but one of the things he did on the way out was make sure that we got a new scoreboard for the basketball games, which is fantastic. But considering it's the 3rd time he's come over and asked us for the score, I think he needs one here for the softball field. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we're getting the word from the superintendent, Brian Forget, that he's on it. He's on the job. He's going to make it happen. So
we've got Bridget Sheehan coming up the plate here.
So Sheehan is 2 for 3 on the day, a couple of singles, and she flied out once. She's going to look at the first pitch outside, but called a strike.
That just must have caught the outside part of the strike zone there. That looked like it was outside to me.
That was a 6th inning outside strike is what that was. And that somehow is strike 2. And Sheehan can't be comfortable up there because neither of those pitches looked very good, but she's now down 0-2. So pretty much guaranteed this pitch is going to be thrown away, and it is.
Yep.
And is it Hansen? It's Hansen, right, on the mound?
Hansen, that's right. Shea Hansen.
Shane Hansen on the mound from North Reading. She's going to miss that time.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
So Triton's leadoff batter here could be followed by Carvallis, who had a 2-run shot earlier in the game. And she's going to hit it back to the pitcher, who's not going to be able to field it cleanly, and it's going to be tossed. She's going to be safe. She's safe. She's safe at first. Fantastic. So it goes off of the pitcher's glove. She tries to rush over and grab it. Actually makes a decent play and made it a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
It was decent. Bridget, I don't know if she's got a ton of speed, but she had enough to get on first base there, and great job legging this out. And this brings Emily Carvelis to the plate.
So Bridget Sheehan with the exact right amount of speed she needed. And Carvallis at the plate. That one's going to be outside. Throw back to first. This catcher loves throwing the ball to first.
Emily Carvelis is 2 for 2, had a single in the first, and then she had that 2-run shot to left field.
And she reached on an error in her last at bat. That one's low. 0-2 now.
2-0. Right?
Right, 2-0. My bad. It's a long game. I'm going to screw up like that once in a while. Or more than once in a while, but whatever. It's a long game. Sun's coming out.
3-0. They're staying away from Emily Carvelis here. And it might not be an unwise idea to put her on, even though Colleen is the one who drove in 2 runs her last at bat. That's just what they did.
They pitch around Carvallis to bring Colleen up. Colleen McCarthy now at the plate with 2 on.
There was an intentional base on balls there to the home run hitter, Emily Carvelis. They were not going to let her get her 11th home run. Colleen McCarthy, 2 for 2. She had got on base on an error in the first, and then 2 singles, one of which drove in 2 runs.
And Triton here with 2 on and nobody out. A 9-4 lead in the bottom of the 6th. And a good part of the order coming up. Let's see if they can do some more damage. That pitch is high and outside, and this pitcher has now thrown 6 straight balls. And she was already having a hard time finding the plate.
Colleen's a fantastic hitter. She's going to wait for a good pitch to hit, and she's going to swing away once she gets one. She's 3-0.
9 straight balls.
She's not going to swing at this next pitch.
So the Triton girls lacrosse team walking by us. They made the state tournament this year. So did the boys lacrosse team. Good year for Triton sports all the way around.
That was a take all the way. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now she's going to get the green light.
Pecos on the deck, waiting to get up. And there's strike 2 on a changeup. It looked like for me.
Full count. Just swung underneath that one a little bit.
No outs. 2 on. Bottom of the 6th. McCarthy takes. She's going to hit a foul ball. It's going to get out of play. There's still a lot of fans here. It's a good showing for Triton. It really is. So still a full count now. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. And there's another foul ball off to the right side.
That one could do some damage in the parking lot.
That one's going to do some damage. Yep. Oh, no. And you can hear the crowd reacting to the dent that just...
On a second bounce. At least it wasn't off the straight off the air. That had some height on it.
Right.
But Colleen wants to do some damage in another way.
So Colleen's now
senior captain on senior
2
day.
for 2 on the day. Oh, looks inside. She takes the last pitch. It was inside, but it was enough of the plate that it's going to be a strikeout looking for the first out of the inning. Eve Pecos now at the plate. She's popped up, flied out, and then she hit a double her last at bat. She's got 2 on now with 1 out. Need a couple more runs here to feel comfortable going into the 7th. 9-4 Triton lead. Pecos looks at a high pitch, a low pitch, a high pitch. Again, this pitcher's not really found the plate too often, although she did against McCarthy with that last pitch for the strikeout. One away, and here we go. That pitch is low and inside.
Low pitch. Bridget Sheehan on second base. Emily Carvelos on first base.
And another 3-0 count for this pitcher.
9-4 Triton is going to put a few more up on the board here.
And that's going to be a shot. 2 seconds, going to be scooped up. They're going to play to first. Just the one out.
Moves the runners over to second and third.
That was pretty much as good as a bunt. You put 2 runners in scoring position. 2 outs now, though.
2 outs. Catherine Quigley coming to the plate. Catherine would like to help herself out here, as they say, and bring a run or 2 in.
Give herself a bit of a cushion. That pitch is low, and it's been a strike before, but it isn't right now, which is good. And there's a hit. It's going to school down to third base. Third's going to scoop it up, throw to first, caught, squeezed, third out of the inning. So Triton goes down after putting 2 runners on. They can't get any more insurance, and we're going to go into the top of the 7th, 3 outs away from a win with a 9-4 lead for Triton.
Looking for 3 outs.
And we should be facing towards the end of their order, if I can recall correctly, from North Reading. They have a big team huddle. They get to talk about it. This is their chance to try and catch up here.
3-4-5 batters coming up.
No, it's a 3-4-5. So some damage coming to the plate. We got to see what Quigley can do, what the defense behind her can do. This is where you go back to those first couple innings and you say, get the outs that are in front of you. There's no.
That first out in the 7th inning is always the hardest to get. Let's see if they can get this one early. The batter coming up is Emma Velade, the one who hit the 2-run shot.
Right. Well, she's got nobody on base to hit in front of her, or to come in front of her this time, but I do not want to see another North Reading home run. Not what I'm here to see.
When you've got one hitter who's done as much damage as they have, sometimes you want to pitch around her, but I think, like you said, with as the leadoff hitter, you don't mind giving up a one-run shot. Rather go right at her and challenge her. Especially when you've got good, solid outfielders like this. Still the same lineup, no changes. Left field, Carissa Boyle. Center field, Grace McGonigal. Right field, Eve Pecos.
Quigley ready to pitch now. We need 3 outs for Triton. And here's the first pitch is low. Not called a strike this time. And there's a hit. It's going to go right past a diving Colin McCarthy out into left field for Boyle. It's going to throw it into Sheehan. And on 2 pitches, North Reading has a runner on first. Up now is Howes. Howes is 2 for 3 on the day. She hit it back to Quigley in her first at bat, but she had 2 singles after that. She's got a runner in front of her. And that was going to be almost an impossible play for McCarthy if she had been able to get a glove on that. That was scorching right by her. Not a strike somehow. 1-0, 1-0 count. North Reading has had the momentum the last couple innings. Let's see if Triton can hold him at bay here. And that's a hit, and that's going to get by Sheehan, almost in exactly the same spot, just between the third baseman and the shortstop. 4 pitches and 2 hits so far. And they got 2 men on.
Coming up now, walk, strikeout, and pop up to the catcher the last time.
So 2 on and no outs. Both hits have been to the left side, and they've been scorchers going right by diving Triton fielders. Sheehan stretching out her leg, and she's good. So the coach coming out to have a word with his pitcher and with Sheehan.
He's going to give her a little bit of water, hydrate her. If she's cramping up, you got to make certain she's all right.
So 2 on, nobody out. top of the 7th. 9-4 lead for Triton. Looking at Emma Lord at the plate. No. Howes at the plate.
Shea Hansen.
Shea Hansen at the plate. So here's their pitcher with 2 on in front of her. And nobody out. And that's going to be caught by Quigley. She's going to throw to first. There's a double play. Fantastic. They just doubled them up. There's the first 2 outs of the inning. Excellent play by Quigley to snag that ball out of the air. Reacts to it just the right way and throws it to Mia Barandino. So base running again hurts North Reading as that girl left and she never should have. And she gets doubled up at first.
Nice job, Catherine. Love you, kiddo.
A very proud father sitting next to me right now. Very happy with what his daughter just did. 2 outs now for Triton. They're 1 out away. With a girl on second in scoring position, North Reading down to their last out of the regular season.
That last play was a dagger in the heart.
All that momentum that North Reading been building up for 2.5 innings and just absolutely went away. And again, it's base running that hurts you. And all the games I've seen this year so far, Triton has always been able to take advantage of a base running mistake by the other team. And just great play by Quigley to read that right away. Mia Barandino gets herself to first in time to make that play. Just fantastic. So Emma Lord at the plate now. She's 1 for 3 on the day. She had a single, but she's otherwise kept the ball in the infield. And Triton here now with a chance to take the Cape Ann League, take the first seed in the state tournament, do something the school's never done. And that's a hit. It's going to get to Sheehan. Sheehan's going to scoop, fire to Mia Barandino. That's going to be out, and they win. And that's
Cape Ann League title. They've done it.
Triton Vikings softball, the Cape Ann title for 2019. They're going to go to the state tournament with the #1 seed. They beat North Reading in the last game of the season, 9-4. A fantastic effort all the way around by the Triton Vikings.
Fantastic job.
Absolutely beautiful. And a play by Sheehan to first to Mia Barandino to end things. The way this whole season has gone, they've kept the ball in the infield. They made the smart plays, and they get the win. Absolutely beautiful.
You know, Bridget Sheehan called this year the Revenge Tour. And they hadn't beaten North Reading in 4 years. And they needed to beat them to win the Cape Ann League title. They've beaten every single team in the Cape Ann League now this year. And they are Cape Ann League champs.
Absolutely fantastic. Great year for Triton. Congratulations to the coaching staff for Triton. Just absolutely beautiful. And again, congratulations and a huge thank you to the crew that came out today and made this field playable. It was a swamp, I believe, this morning. And instead we got to see Triton take home the Cape Ann League title. They end the season 17-1. They go into the state tournament absolutely on fire. Home run by Carvallis today. Great pitching effort by Quigley. All the right kind of outs. Just smart play when the base runners made mistakes. All the way around. An excellent, excellent effort by Triton. Really good stuff. Great way to wrap up the regular season.
Gotta love these girls. Love this team.
Absolutely beautiful. Great way to end senior night. Good for all those seniors, and we're going to wrap it up, but we may be back for another game, depending on the schedule, seeing how things go. If the sun ever comes back out, that'll help as well. But, John, this has been fantastic. I've enjoyed this immensely, man. This has been really incredible.
It's been a lot of fun, but I can't wait to jump on off this van and go give my daughter a hug.
Absolutely. Go, brother. So thank you. We're it from Triton, and congratulations one more time to the Triton Vikings softball team, 2019 Cape Ann League champions. Absolutely beautiful.
Raise the banner.